What's cracking, world? What's going on, YouTube world, online network, everyone out there, all my peoples? It's your boy, Corey, aka Valedictorian, and this is Head of Class Sessions. This topic I'm going to speak about, I know, a lot of times, dealing with relationships or just men and women interacting. I'm going to go to a level that's a little deeper and where I'm speaking about things to do in public versus things to do in private, right? I think nowadays, everybody is different. There's so many different ways of thinking with this, with like, especially with relationships or just like I said, courting, all that stuff. This is just, I'm just going to hit on a little something. So let's say, for instance, that man and woman, a couple, go out, right? And whether they're at a bar or a social event, concert, whatever, right? And the man, we're gonna do both scenarios. It doesn't matter which one. The man getting in a disagreement with another man, and you could have that happen. Or if it's the woman getting in a disagreement, altercation, whatever, with another woman, right? There's things that as a couple that acts like they got some sense, right? There's things that a couple should do in public, and there's things that a couple should take to the private sector, right? Private, like behind closed doors. A lot of people don't agree, but this was my take. I feel that couples who not only fight in public, but where there's like an altercation with another person, especially if it's like, I'm gonna talk about the first scenario, man arguing with another man. Okay, so as men, men are supposed to be, the protectors, the providers, especially when you're out with your lady. You wouldn't want anything harmful to happen to her. You got to protect her, right? And not only that, to protect yourself. But if it's something where, it's just a debate or a disagreement, I believe, in the public, the man should handle that, especially depending on what kind of man the guy's disagreeing with. If he's a hothead or whatever, my thing would be is to not immerse yourself within people who want to go immediately to violence. But if you have to protect yourself, by all means, do so. But I'm talking about disagreement. So main thing that a man should do in public when he's with his lady, right, and he's having that disagreement with another guy, whatever, whatever. You should just state your position and try to polite as much as possible. Try to politely and with class remove yourself either from that conversation, from that person. Just keep moving, right? But like I said, things may happen where the man may have to take it to that next level because the other guy, you don't want to you don't want to have anybody try to roll over you. But between the couple, right? If that woman may think that her man is in the wrong, doing it in public is not the right place. And I'm gonna say the same thing for when it's a man with a woman. Like, you don't have to verbally and openly down your woman in public just because if you disagree with how she, you gotta do it with class. People like try to do, get yourself away, both of yourselves away from the situation because it's not worth it on any level to, if there's if something's happening, to just keep immersing and keep on putting yourself in it just for ego's sake. Like, you can easily, both of you guys could easily walk away from the situation. As the man, I think you should be able to help guide you and your lady to another venue, to another place. But if you can't leave, or not even leave, just if you can't distance yourself, definitely let the person know, that you ain't on that type of time, right? Um, I see too often than not, like, I think that we've gotten so liberal, like we feel as if, you know, being in public doesn't matter. Most people are like, they don't need to, like, they ain't in my, they stay out of my business anyway. But when you do things in public, as opposed to doing things in private, it does become everybody. Whoever is around the immediate area, it does become their business. If you get loud, belligerent, um, all that type of thing. And I think, like I said, a lot of people go immediately to that because, for one, they don't understand how to conduct proper conflict resolution or be able to diffuse situations without getting violent. That's why you have a lot of situations that, you have a risk of either losing your life, getting severely injured, catching a case. All these things are negative, right? But if we just use a little bit of discernment and discretion in these situations, we would understand what to do in public and what not to do in public. Now, when you take it to the private, when you get in the private, which is the company in your own home or where you, like I said, behind closed doors where there's no one around, that's where you can, if you want to, you need to hash out things with your lady or just to debrief. I know a lot of times, there's been situations where, me and my lady was, in at an event and things was going down and it wasn't nothing we was involved in, but like having the foresight to see, hey babe, why don't we, we can go over, to this place or whatever, because it ain't worth it. Just, I mean, I know a lot of people love chaos. It's like wanting to see a train wreck, but you may have the possibility of getting sucked in or just the whole negative energy of it. I think, especially if you're on the night, on the town with your lady, you don't want to have it be tainted with a event to where, you got involved in something or you have, just keeping that negative energy. So in private, it's a good time to where you can debrief with your lady. She can debrief with you. Y'all can be able to, if there was anything that y'all had disagreements on with each other, or, if that happened, you could be able to hash that out in private to where, you know, get things resolved and not have to worry about people in your business. Or, I noticed that a lot of times when you see these videos, couples fighting, or if a guy is fighting or, about to get in an argument and he's with his lady and there's like couples involved, or if there's a lot of people involved, people tend to navigate and attract to that negative energy. It's in us, and you have to have, like I said, the intuition to know, hey, this ain't for me. So just a little something just to keep in mind. Like, when you're out in public, it does mean something. You do have to carry yourself a certain way. Most people be like, oh, you just out here capping, putting on. No, man, you want to put your best foot forward, especially if it's like a date, or if it's like, you're going to an event that, you want to, not be on your best behavior, but basically be on your best behavior. Like, it's not worth it, trying to flex or trying to, show how tough you are or whatever. But, there are people that are out there that's like that. So if you are out there and something does go down, try to go against the grain of, wanting to see and wanting to look and everybody putting their phones out and stuff. You got to keep the stand, you got to bring the standard up. So just a little tidbit, y'all. Much love to the peoples. Hey, it's another one. Head of Class Sessions with your boy, Corey, aka Valedictorian. Y'all have a good weekend. Stay blessed. Yeah.